people out of this area. And the same thing happened in a lot of places where the richest people live, where the richest people set up their camps and, in this case, a hotel. They considered us as Huilmuk, indigenous people, to be decreasing the property value. However, the wealth of the land comes from the indigenous people. It comes from the way we take care of the land and the way we take care of one another. And a value of Coast Salish people has been that children are sacred. Ha, that's the weak part. And we honor young people by allowing them to express themselves in their true nature, and it's our job as adults to guide them. So I am 33, I'll be 34 this year, so I'm like an elder youth, I guess you could say. And so I know that it's very important for me to listen to the voices of you all here today. I'm incredibly inspired by you coming here together today. When I was a lot of your people's ages, I wouldn't have been found in this place because I was too shy. I didn't believe that people would care about the things my people care about, which is the environment, which is the salmon, the killer whales, whether or not the land is polluted, whether or not we're living sustainably. But as I've become older, the term sustainability does not align with my ancestors' worldview. The way that we took care of land was for abundance. When we go out and harvest, first of all, we would pray and ask for permission. So your generation, you're really much more familiar with the term consent than a lot of us who are older. And for my teachers, my elders, the idea of consent is taught when we go out and harvest that food. We ask for permission to harvest. We ask for permission to enter territory. And that's why we acknowledge territory when we gather together on these lands, because we acknowledge that so often we're not really invited, but we're in the situation that we're in, so we acknowledge that this land is the Lekwungen speaking people's land, and that they've taken care of this land for millennia, and their action of taking care of the land has not stopped. We just have to listen to the Lekwungen people more when we're in their territory. So I invite us to all make space to hear the voices of the Lekwungen leadership. And I personally I'm very grateful that my ancestors have always had a good relationship with them, and I am committed to keeping that good relationship with them. I'd just like to share that we all of us here, it's our future. I have 3 children. It's their future that all of our actions today, that's what we're coming here for, I believe, and that's what I see in all of you. So we're going to take different paths. Some people will do land restoration, which is something that I do. Some people will be really great grant writers. Some people will be artists who bring the story that comes from the land and the history. Whatever it is, follow it. You have something in you to give to this world. And so I encourage you just to share that gift. Hi, Shkahela.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. We are here today making history. Thank you so much for coming out here today. It takes boldness to come here and stand in solidarity, so thank you. We're standing in solidarity with hundreds of thousands of young people around the world. In 100 the day we will be 1 million strong. And you know what? 1 million strong cannot be wrong. What an incredible moment in history this is. We are writing the history books right now. It's incredibly exciting. If everybody could look to someone next to them, maybe someone they don't know, look them in the eyes and thank them. Thank them for being here, for coming out today. So our demands here today are the following. We demand that our governments respect the rights and sovereignty of Indigenous peoples. No more logging of our old-growth forests. Absolutely no Trans Mountain Pipeline and no more Canada LNG. We are in a climate emergency. There is so much at stake right now, and we need our politicians to take our time seriously and start following our example of courage that is required in this moment. So I would just like us to take a moment of silence now to appreciate well, not appreciate, but just to take a moment to recognize that a lot of our UN representatives were killed on a flight in Ethiopia recently, as well as a moment of silence for the recent massacres in New Zealand and Christchurch. There will be a vigil today at City Hall from 3 until 6, so everybody's invited to come down to that. And again, I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. It's so important what we're doing. There is nothing more important than standing up for life. I'd like to invite Raven to come and speak.
I had to write something down because I found it hard to speak on my own. I would like to start off by acknowledging the ancestors and descendants of this land who are the rightful inhabitants to this territory. I recognize that I am a visitor against traditional laws and I like to offer gratitude to our hosts, the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, the Osanak, Esquimalt, and Songhees nations. I would also like to acknowledge our collective ancestors and our collective cultural roots that base themselves with our living planet and acknowledge our collective descendants, for it is them who will witness the effects of our time here. My name is Raven. I'm of Métis, Dene, Inuit, and Irish and Scottish descent. This is what I have to say. It might be said by others too, and it will most likely be said better than I. I see a fear in the people, in the youth. I see a fear for the future, for the present. I see this growing unrest in the people's conscious and unconscious minds when they turn to their phones and look away from each other. We distract ourselves constantly, and we have a reason to be afraid. We are in a climate crisis. But the fear I see that is the most dangerous is the fear to act. And if you do act, then this is not directed at you. I see that Victoria's waters are often tepid with very little extremes. This subtlety is a silent violence of non-action that perpetuates what's going on. And we cannot continue like this. We cannot be ruled by our fear. It keeps us separated, weak, and passive. For fear of losing our jobs, for fear we might get in trouble, or that we might get arrested or called to the stands. So nothing changes. When we gathered to shut down the bridge, those who stayed behind to protest, they were applauded and serenaded by comrades and friends they arrested, celebrated for sacrifice and statement, among so many others. The movement made national news. We need more action, and our non-action is killing us and our children and their children. It's not just us, though. It's the corporations, the organizations, and the governments. But we must be the ones to keep putting the pressure on. Because this business as usual mindset is the sickness that has infected us. We cannot stand to be passive. We must be radical and we must be extreme, for it is our lives at stake and the lives of our children and the children to come. We are the human beings. We are the human beings, and we are the true power. We as a people are ruled by these false powers, false governance, and controlling fears. And don't get me wrong, it is the fear to take action that they rule us with. It keeps us in check, keeps us quiet, it keeps us from organizing and actually doing something about it. This is why I'm grateful for us to gather today like we are, because this is a step in the right direction. To this terrorist gang we call a government, fear is a tool. A terrorist to our true government, or as we know her lovingly, our Mother Earth, and her waters, her plants and animals, our true government. We cannot continue like this. Not yesterday, not today or tomorrow. So put your youth in the front and support them. Give them the seats of power and influence. Guide them and be guided by them. We must be radical. We must act now. With only 11 years left before it is too late to turn back. There was never any time to be fucking around. But we can still act now! Thank you. Thank you. Merci Choke.
Again, if all of our adult supporters could take a step back and let the youth come forward. Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome Rupert and Franny to the mic.
Thank you. Okay, I will. Hi, our names are Rupert and Franny, and we're so grateful to live, learn, and make change on the home of the Lekwungen-speaking people. In the spirit of reconciliation, we're compelled to make a public declaration that, as guests on this land, we'll live with respect, appreciation, and reverence for it and the people who've been caretakers for thousands of years.
When we were younger, we used to think we were so lucky growing up in Victoria, compared to all the children and youth across the country who were living in unsafe environmental conditions. Now we know that every child and youth in Canada and around the world lives in unsafe environmental conditions because of climate change. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, Article 24, states that children have the right to safe drinking water, nutritious food, and a clean and safe environment.
This means that every child on Earth has a basic human right to live in a clean and a safe environment. But these rights are being infringed every day, and it keeps happening. It's happening because our environmental rights, our climate, our health, and our survival means less than money and the next election. This needs to change. Our environmental rights are not formally recognized in Canada, but they should be. We need people talking about the environment and climate change in the next federal election. Even though many of us are not old enough to vote, your member of parliament still, it's their job to serve you. Reach out to them and demand they focus on the environment, environmental rights, climate action, and climate justice. Campaign and participate in debates. The consequences of today's decisions will be ours to deal with, good and bad.
To the adults, our young voices need to be heard, so listen to us. We need to be a part of the decision-making that impacts us and our future, so invite us to the table. We need tools, skills, and opportunities to make the change we want and need, so support us. We need policies at every level of government to recognize our environmental rights and take dramatic climate action. So please, vote for youth and the environment. To the children and youth here today, we are honored to stand with you. And please, don't ever forget, together we are powerful. We have the ability to make real, long-lasting, positive change that will impact our today and all of our tomorrows. Thank you for standing up.
We need to make climate the election issue. This is the most important issue of our time. I'd like to welcome Rebecca Wolf-Gage and Emma Jane Burian.
Hello, thank you. We're very, very grateful to be here today on the homelands of the Algonquin-speaking peoples, on whose territories we live, we learn, and we try to stop climate change. And we are the organizers of Our Earth, Our Future, which is Victoria Youth Climate Strike. And we strike here every month. You should all come. And you should all come to our May 3rd climate strike. It's our big strike. We have some awesome speakers coming. Yeah. So to start, I guess I would just like to share a poem that I wrote. And I wrote it yesterday because in Earth Sciences this week for school, I was learning all about water and how water is used. And I looked up the definition of earth because I was like, I actually don't know how did that word come to be? And it actually means ground. And so I came up with this poem, and it's called In This Grounding Place. There must be a limit to how far we let our greed go. Here, in this grounding place. Your children are crying out, their voices rising. We are calling on you to protect our future. We are calling on you to protect our home. For the temperature is rising here in this grounding place. Ice caps melting, fires raging, orcas dying, present. Without action, our future will be contaminated. Our breath will grow weak. No food, no water, no life. Rivers, trees, animals are here in this grounding place. Laughter, friendship, community is here in this grounding place. We are life here in this grounding place. Earth, our home, our mother is this grounding place. Thank you. I consider myself not that good at singing, but I'm gonna sing one of my songs. I wrote this song thinking about what my children might ask me, and the hard question about the earth. What was nature? What was forest? Who was fox and who was crow? What were skies not filled with fire? Oh, mother, why don't I know? Did you swim in the water? Did you climb from tree to tree? Did you sing out with the birdies? Oh, mother, why don't I know? Oh, mother, why were you so cruel? What could be better than trees and forest and snow? What was iceberg? Who was seal? What was snow wind? Who was bear? What were cool days? Who was eagle? What was fig and what were seeds? Oh mother, why don't I not know? And then it goes, oh my child, I tried to save the earth, but those in power didn't see the worth. So the land was destroyed and the oil was kept, and now there is neither, and we all wept.
Wow, there aren't really words that can follow that up. We're here united in our knowing of the reality of the situation, and those in power need to wake up to what we know and start acting. We have a quick announcement from Hannah from UVic about the community Cabbage.
Hi everybody. First of all, just want to say this is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. So thank you so much for showing up. Thank you all so much for caring, is what I want to say. I'm a representative of the UVic community Cabbage. We're a student-led initiative that diverts food from the waste stream by dumpster diving, because that's the only real way to do it in our society. And we cook a free meal that serves over 100 people every week on the UVic campus. And today we've moved our serve right here to the legislature building because we support the climate justice movement more than anything. So please come eat a free meal with us. Everything is vegan, everything is gluten-free, it's healthy, it's good for the world, and everything would have been wasted if it's not eaten by you. So please come eat with us. We're serving right over by the fountain. And thank you all so much. This is inspiring and amazing.
So a quick announcement. There is a string band that is playing here at 1. So we will go on a march at that time. Yeah. We'll be walking around the legislature building, and then we'll come back here. So just to let everybody know about that. Is Finn here? Okay. Then I'd like to introduce our musician, Luke Wallace. Okay, we've got Finn. A quick speech from Finn.
All right. I knew that I was signing up for something big when I decided to speak at an event like this, but seriously, look how big this is. Like, what the fuck did we organize? So, thank you for coming out today. If you're here, it means that you care about your future and that of future generations. Across the world, hundreds of thousands, we could soon maybe call it 1 million, of people are striking for the climate. So I want to say to all the youth here, we need to keep going for however long it takes and stay in the loop and keep coming back because this is our time. What story will you tell your grandchildren? Did you strike or did you sit on the sidelines not supporting the people that helped reshape your future? I'm going to ask everyone a question. Do you think that youth should have a say in the future that they're going to inherit? It's not climate change. It's everything change. Everything we do around climate change is an opportunity to improve our society. Climate action is strongly linked to justice and equality. Now, we know what needs to be done. We know we need less consumption of animal products and things shipped overseas. We know our cities have to densify in a community-oriented manner with walking and cycling in mind. Now we just need to do it, and we need to do it together. We are not fighting anyone here. We are not fighting people because they live unsustainably or don't understand. We should be helping them to change because that change benefits us all. The majority of this change must come from us. But some things would be a lot easier if governments and corporations would take responsibility. So we will push them, we will drive them and demand that they hold up their end of the deal. Fortunately, the world isn't going to end in 10 years, yay. But we do have to cut our emissions by 40% by then. At least. When we're striking, when we're advocating, we have to show the science, and we have to be nonviolent. But that doesn't mean we can't be disruptive. We have to drum it into people's heads that this issue, this crisis, is everything that matters right now. Thank you.
We're standing together in over 2,600 communities and cities around the world. Our voices will be heard. And now, Luke Wallace.
All right. Let's make sure the people at the back can hear us, all right? After me. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Nah, we could do better. At the back, right? Ready? I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Said I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Now I'm all for peace, fighting with words. If you ain't gonna listen, then you're gonna get burned. This is the non-violent anti-petroleum band with my non-violent anti-petroleum man. If you care to join in, we'll sing it louder than most. You stay out of my rivers, get the hell off my coast. 'Cause I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Now I've told you once and I'll tell you again. Sooner or later this is all gonna end with you packing up your things, leaving this town. And all that'll be left will be a little holes in the ground. And I'll fill them in, it's the least I could do. Thinking I'll plant a couple cedars, maybe a spruce or two. 'Cause I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Now I've had enough of your inconsiderate ways. Simple words, all the little things that you say. Come down from your castle up in the sky. Put your feet in the dirt and let's look eye to eye. If you don't, I'll build a ladder of all the people we met. Come up and teach you all a lesson you won't ever forget. I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Said I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Well, I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Said I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Well, I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Well, I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't going nowhere. Well, I ain't going nowhere. It's where the earth meets the ocean, ground meets the sky. I'll be touching salt water till the day I die. All right, on the request. Here we go. Yep. I'll sing in the chorus, and then that's all of us, and then there's a part that goes, it's going to get higher, and that's you too. Does it sound okay? You feeling good? We're turning the tide, coming together, we're sticking through all the stormy weather. The plan is in motion, we move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, yeah, I'm done hiding. Now I'm here with something to say. We're turning the tide to a new day. So grab us some kayaks, paddle around from the north down to Puget Sound. With the wind as a sail, we'll dance with the whales until we're Victoria bound. And here comes a singer, singing his song, till the whole coast is singing along. It's like turning the tide, turning the tide, coming together, sticking through all the stormy weather. The plan is in motion, we move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, yeah, I'm done hiding. Now I'm here with something to say. We're turning the tide to a new day. Alright, this is your part. We're gonna go higher and higher. Ready? It's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. Come on, gonna get higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. We're turning the tide, we're coming together, we're sticking through all the stormy weather. The plan is in motion, we move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, yeah, I'm done hiding. Now I'm here with something to say. We're turning the tide. Yeah, let's go. It's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, give it up for Luke Wallace! Woo! We've got Lisa Helps up and then Brad Hartley. Lisa Helps, Mayor Lisa Helps is around. Ah, great. Woohoo!
Hello, everybody! So I want to begin, as I always do when I'm speaking publicly, by acknowledging that I'm a guest here and that we're gathered this morning on the homelands of the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And in particular, on this piece of land, this is where the Shweng Wong family of the Lekwungen people spent their time. So we're learning more about which family lived where. And this is actually a family home that we're standing on right now. And I think it's really important to begin by acknowledging that. I will get into some brief comments about why I am so inspired by all of you in just a moment. But I do think we have a large challenge in addition to climate change. We are divided as a human family. When those people opened fire in mosques in Christchurch yesterday, that divides us as a human family. And until we are united as a human family, we cannot solve the biggest challenges facing us. So I would like us to take another moment of silence for those who died and for the families who are left behind. Thank you so much for sending your healing energy and our healing collective energy all the way to Christchurch, New Zealand. So inspired by the youth who sang and read poetry, I'm going to read a poem that I wrote during the forest fire season this summer, and then I'm going to say just a few words about how and why every single person here who's organized this is the key to our future. So the poem is called Like a Meditation. Breathe in. The wind picks up, the smoke thicker now, hundreds of miles away from the fire. My eyes burn, lungs and heart heavy as beautiful British Columbia goes up in flames. And breathe out. Second summer in a row of spooky red sun, elders trapped inside, and babies' breath like those in Beijing struggle. Breathe in. Yet still we slumber, heads heavy on ash-covered pillowcases, the problem somewhere else. In Prince George, 9:30 a.m., as dark as midnight, not here in our city where we squabble over bike lanes and insist on at least 2 parking spots for each car on the road. Where tailpipe emissions mix easily now with particles of burning trees. And breathe out. Where we're comfortable in the 4 walls of our energy-rich single-family homes, clinging to no more density, and those people, they can live somewhere else, like the suburbs sprawling from traffic-choked blacktop. Breathe in. And then, as if from a dream we awake, we breathe new life. We breathe the sky blue again. We choose the planet, the forest, quiet, green, and still. We breathe. Poet Mayor, yes, someone just said Poet Mayor. Okay, Poet Mayor, I'll take it. All right, I want to say that every single young person who is here today, and every single adult who is here today, and every single young person and adult in 2,600 communities, millions of people across the planet, you are key, and we are key to making sure that this planet goes in the right direction. And being here is so important, but I'm going to challenge you to say that being here is not enough. You're here because you care. You're here because you're ready to act. So when you leave here today, here are 3 small things among many that you can do. Number 1, press the Victoria Transit Commission to give free transit to every single kid in this region. We have done that for the city of Victoria, but it is not enough. This is a regional issue. It's a global issue. So that is my challenge to you. Ask us for free transit. Make us do it. Number 2, keep organizing in small groups, in large groups, to have more events like this. Support all of the youth organizers who are already organizing. Throw your weight behind them. The first Friday of every month right here, there's a climate strike. Every Friday. What if we not every Friday, first Friday of every month. What if we had this many people the first Friday of every month? That sends a strong signal. And all right, let's cheer for that. And I've invited those youth climate strikers before they come down here to strike. They've been joining me in my office at City Hall to plan what are we going to do together. If the office gets too big, we'll take over the entire council chamber. So 10 a.m. the first Friday of every month, come to City Hall. And the third thing you can do, the most important thing you can do, and Finn touched on this, is don't shame people who aren't with us today. Don't criticize people who aren't with us today. Love the people who aren't with us today, and let's show them by our actions that together, by saving the planet, we can build a stronger and a better community here and around the world. Thank you so much, everybody. So let's keep this fire burning.
to get involved in organizing. We need student representatives from each school to organize in their own schools so that we can mobilize 5,000 people in Victoria, 10,000 people in Victoria. So meet today at 6 p.m. at Green Cuisine. If there's too many people, we'll rally outside in the courtyard and get organizing. And we also have another opportunity on Sunday. The Greater Victoria Teachers Association is having the meeting that they have only once in 7 years, and they're going to be passing motions about climate. And we're invited to sit in on this meeting, and our presence will have a big influence. So everybody who can make it is invited out on Sunday at 8:30. It's early, but it's worth it. We're passing out flyers, so if you haven't gotten one, try to get a hold of one. But again, that's 8:30 on Sunday. Come and rally again to really influence some decision making. Our voices will be heard. And just calling out in the crowd to any teachers in that association to gather near Brad at the speakers. Thank you. I'd like to invite Emilia from Vic High.
Hi everybody. I actually semi-put together the walkout at Vic High for today. Some other people helped me out, but yeah. So this is something I wrote when I was feeling really upset after a talk with somebody, so I hope you enjoy it. I believe we all thought it would be a big bang when the world ended, when things got bad. But instead, there was a news broadcast, and it told us that we only have 11 to 15 years before the damage that humankind has inflicted becomes irreversible. But somehow most people aren't seeing the urgency, because it isn't some big flash into nothing. It's a slow and painful death that we are inflicting on ourselves. We need to do something about this. We need to reduce our use of fossil fuels and focus on the environment just as much as we focus on the economy, maybe even more. I will talk about how consumerism, mass consumption, and this capitalist agenda need to come to an end until my throat goes dry. And even when people look at me and they tell me that I'm too young or I'm too naive to understand the state that we're in, I will be loud and I will continue to talk. And I solidly believe that this planet, it should come before profit. And I'm aware that not everyone thinks this way. But I will not let my future, my children's future, your future, and your children's future be put in jeopardy because the older generations won't take us seriously. We want a future. We care more than you know, and we know more than you care. We will be loud, and we won't stop.
Yeah, right on, Amelia, thank you. We won't stop until we put an end to this corporate greed. Life before profit. If all of the marshals could gather at the flagpole to prepare for our march, we're going to be marching after we have a quick speech from Brad Hartley from the Greater Victoria Teachers Association, and then a final song from Luke. Welcoming Brad up to the mic.
Awesome, thank you. I'm a little short. It's okay, I'm strong. Bear with me. I'm hoping most of my colleagues are here behind me. All right, here we go. Is this okay? All right, this is on paper, but I hope you feel my heart. I feel very grateful to be here with you today. At my school, students call me Mr. Hartley, but I hope all of you will call me Brad. I'm a senior science teacher at Mount Douglas, so like most of you, I fully understand what global warming is and how it works. I'm here to speak on behalf of both the teachers and the Greater Victoria Teachers Association. That's right, somebody's here to support you. Beside me are these teachers that want to show the support just as much as what I do. And I hope you can realize how awesome we think that you are. Before we get going here, I just want to say that you do make us proud. I want to throw this in here just because I admire Jenny Sidney. She's one of Canada's astronauts in training. And her favorite quote is, "Fortune favors the brave. You are the brave, and fortune will favor you." Okay, I talk quite fast. Let's get this going because I got 3 points that I want to say. I do want to mention this. I haven't quite heard her name yet, but I feel that the girl that inspired this worldwide movement to begin with should be recognized. She's that 60-year-old student, as I think everybody seems to know. She's a climate activist and pretty much the greatest person on the entire planet right now. That's Greta Thunberg, and I love her TED Talk, and I sure hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She says, once we start to act, hope is everywhere. That's right, it is action. Your individual actions from yesterday, now, and what continues tomorrow gives us all the hope and is causing the world to positively change. Just as like what Lisa Helps is that we might have to make this positive. We have to work together. It's that simple. I've recently heard of a very insightful example that demonstrates the power of students. I'm just not making this stuff up. This is true, all right? This example that I have for you is this. I think most of us are aware of the students in the South that are taking the lead on the United States regarding their gun laws. If you know anything about the issue of gun control and how big it is, it's a massive feat that they're overcoming. And they're doing a far better job than what the politicians and the adults are doing. That has been going on for years. And look at the positive change that's occurred. It's occurred because of them. It's occurred because of the students. New laws and regulations are being created because of the student activism. Just like them, just like you, students around the world have united again to save our planet from global warming. Action. Action, like Greta says, creates hope. By being here, you give me hope. Okay, so this leads me to my second point. You are not crazy, nor are you alone. You are not overreacting, wrong or misguided. You are not too young, foolish or crazy. You have 30 plus years of climate science supporting you, not to mention the teachers. Just saying. Sometimes we need to hear this from others. I know I personally have. I sometimes feel like I'm the only one that sees this train wreck that we're all on. I really do. I really have felt that way. It has felt overwhelming at times. And it kind of, well, it's annoying, isn't it? Global warming is real and is bloody urgent. To think otherwise is simply misguided, and we must address this problem together in healthy ways, no matter what. We must have healthy discussions. We must be friendly. We can only convert people if they're willing to listen. I want to share with you an event that I attended that helped me feel that I wasn't alone in all of this mess that we face. Recently, I saw Dr. David Suzuki at a movie screening at UVic just the other day. Dr. Suzuki, Mayor Lisa Helps, and others were promoting the film Change, Beyond Change, and as a way to find climate solutions. It was awesome. The event was simply amazing, and their energy to find solutions was addicting. What happened was that Dr. Suzuki flat out said, and roughly, I quote now, prepare yourself. All of this governmental delay and lack of urgency is bullshit. What? All I thought at that moment was, did he just say bullshit? I really did mean that. I was stunned, okay? I was totally stunned. Here, I'm saying it twice. Because here's this 82-year-old scientist and climate activist that I admire, flat out calling things for what they were. No holds barred. Andrew Weaver has done the same. Maybe not exactly with that language, but pretty damn close. I was ecstatic to hear him speak this honestly, and I think everyone felt the same. It was refreshing. It was liberating. This was the first time I heard a major public figure having called things for what they truly are. It was honest, it was real, it was passionate. I suspect if not all of you feel the same. We want honesty, we want real change, we want ethical decisions. So, the situation that we are all in That's the thing that's crazy, not you. The lack of urgency and the small steps taken by both the provincial and federal governments are simply not enough. Bold change, stronger leadership, and more evidence-based decisions, I gotta do that one again, more evidence-based decisions must occur. The last point, okay? You have the power, and I don't say that lightly. You have the power. Please say, I have the power. I didn't hear you. One more time. I heard we have to do things in threes. We must simply ensure governments stick to their promises. However, instead, what must we also do is we must ensure governments must make decisions based on evidence. If this was already occurring, we would not be buying pipelines, promoting oil or natural gas development, and we would better respect First Nation rights, wishes, and territories. If this was already occurring, according to the experts, reports by UBC and independent journalism like the Narwhal would have stopped the Site C Dam and instead developed geothermal energy sources. If this was already occurring, federal and provincial governments would have established clear plans by now that show how we are going to achieve all of the 1.5 degree IPCC targets. As a science teacher, I cannot stress enough of the importance of this point. I know it's kind of dry, but it's so true. Evidence-based decisions are essential to make the right policies. We must be logical. We don't just think of politics. We are smart. There are smart people in government. We have to recognize that. There are also good people, honest people, and we need their voices to be heard. The scientists need to be heard. Why aren't more people listening to Andrew Weaver? If poor policies are created, remember, they are adults and they can reverse things if mistakes are made. Did you just hear that? If poor policies are created, remember, if they are the adults, we can reverse things if mistakes are made. They have that power. We don't just have to keep trucking along. By holding governments to make evidence-based decisions is where your power comes from. This is the key. Please catch this point. Remember, candidates, remind the candidates that we will vote for those that make the environment the top issue. We have the power with our vote. If they don't hold true to what we want them to do, we vote them out. We vote them out if they don't do it. We have the power, all right? For all of you that are out here that are currently too young to vote, don't worry about it. Your day will come. Remember, just hold up your vote. Keep up your actions. Keep writing letters. Keep letting your voice being heard by adults. It's your action that gives us hope. We cannot ignore you. We will not ignore you. Teachers support you and your cause. So remember my top 3 points. Action equals hope. Secondly, you are not the crazy ones in the struggle, nor are you alone. Third, you have the power when you vote and you relentlessly persist. Until climate change is no longer a threat, we will all bloody well strike as long as we need to. Thank you. Thank you.
They may call us a bunch of protesters, but remember, we're standing with hundreds of thousands of other people today, right now. We're the most sane people on the planet right now. All right, everybody, get ready to march. If all the marshals can gather at the cenotaph, we'll have one song from Luke to amp us up, and then we'll get marching.
All right. I'm ready for the revolution. To be a part of a solution. Amid a cloud of love pollution, I'm ready for the revolution. Y'all good? Yeah, I do find myself wondering how much farther this can go. Yeah, I do find myself wondering how much farther this can go. nation, a global nation, radical cooperation. And I can see the sun rising, the people they are mobilizing, organizing, energizing. I can see the sun rising. I'm ready for the revolution, to be a part of the solution, in a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for the revolution, yeah. So I'm ready, I am ready. Said, are you ready? Come on. I am ready. Said, are you ready? I am ready. But are you ready? I am ready. Said, 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 are you ready? I am ready. I said, I'm ready for the revolution. Come on, go get 'em, let's go.
All right, everyone, we're going to start marching towards the road along the driveway. If we can have all of the Indigenous youth, elders, and drummers at the front, and then the youth, and then at the back to follow us is the adult supporters.
Are we youth now? We're like mid-youth.
All right, everybody, we'll be walking this way.
I think towards the...
Taking an unbiased perspective, so now
My mom was like, and then they were like, oh, we're gonna get like a person. Yeah. I just want someone to be able to plant
everybody's waiting on the other person.
I just turned on a light pole.
They got a new super. I went for the first time like last weekend. I know stuff. But it's